What is the beginning of time? Well, it's not when some cosmic alarm clock finally went off. Scientists traced it to the Big Bang, not an explosion in space, but the rapid expansion of space itself. Before that, there was no before, because time, as we know it, began with the universe. Imagine trying to measure a day when there's no sun or Earth. From an unimaginably hot, dense point, everything we know started its journey, including time. Mind-bending, right? If that blew your mind, hit like and subscribe. See you next time. Welcome back to What Is. Today we're tackling a seriously head-scratching question. What is the speed of darkness? Is it faster than a speeding bullet? Slower than a snail? Well, here's the kicker. Darkness isn't actually a thing that moves. It's not a substance, it's not particles. Darkness is simply the absence of light. Think of it like this. What is the speed of a hole? You can't really speed up a hole, right? When light is gone, darkness is there. So when you flip off a light switch, is darkness rushing in like a panicked bat? Not quite. What's actually happening is the light is disappearing. And light, as we know, travels at the universe-mandated speed limit, roughly 300,000 kilometers per second. So darkness appears as fast as light retreats, or is blocked. In a way, you could say darkness propagates at the speed of light, because it's just the inverse. So there you have it. The speed of darkness is paradoxically the speed of light. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more What Is questions. We're tackling a question so big it makes your head spin. What is the largest known structure in the universe? Is it a really, really big star? A supercluster of galaxies? Or maybe your overflowing laundry basket after a long week? No, it's actually something called the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. Discovered in 2013, this isn't just a fancy name. It's a massive filament of galaxies, galaxy clusters, and dark matter that spans an astonishing 10 billion light-years across. To put that in perspective, our entire observable universe is about 93 billion light-years wide. This wall literally stretches across a significant portion of it, making our own Milky Way galaxy look like a tiny speck of dust in comparison. So the next time you're feeling small, just remember the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. Want more mind-bending facts? Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and tell us in the comments what else do you want us to explain. Today's Mindbender. What is the edge of the universe? You're probably picturing a cosmic guardrail, right? A literal cliff you could fall off, maybe into a dimension of lost socks. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't have an edge, like a dinner plate, say. Space itself is expanding. Imagine an endless balloon inflating, galaxies aren't moving to a border, the very space between them is stretching. We only see the observable universe. Beyond that, more universe. Potentially infinite. So no dramatic cliff diving, just boundless, endless wonder. Mind blowing? Hit like, subscribe, and tell us what's your favourite universe-bending concept. Today we're diving deep into absolutely nothing. Most people think nothing is just an empty box. But even if you take out the air, the dust, and that one missing sock, you still have space. And space is definitely something. It can bend, ripple, and expand. Even in a perfect vacuum, physics tells us that nothing is actually teeming with energy. Quantum fluctuations mean tiny particles are constantly popping in and out of existence like uninvited guests at a party. In our universe, nothing is essentially a myth. Everywhere you look, there's gravity, dark energy, or at the very least, a whole lot of math. True nothingness only exists as a philosophical concept, the absolute absence of everything. So the next time someone asks you what you're doing and you say nothing, remember you're actually participating in a chaotic dance of quantum foam and space-time curvature. You're actually very busy. If you enjoyed learning about something from our look at nothing, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us next time on What Is. Today we're looking at cosmic microwave background radiation, or as scientists like to call it, the universe's first selfie. Essentially, this is the afterglow of the Big Bang. 13.8 billion years ago, the universe was a very hot, crowded mess. As it expanded and cooled down, it released a massive flash of light that's been stretching and travelling through space ever since. Now for the oops moment. In 1964, two researchers caught this signal by accident. They actually thought their radio telescope was broken because of, and I'm not kidding here, too much pigeon poop on the antenna. They spent weeks scrubbing bird mess only to realize the noise they were hearing was actually the birth of the cosmos. If you ever watched the static on an old school television, about 1% of that flickering snow was actually this radiation hitting your antenna. You were literally watching the beginning of time while waiting for your cartoons. It's the oldest light in existence, it's everywhere, and it's the ultimate proof of how we all started. Want to know more of the what in our world? Hit that subscribe button and stay curious. Today we're looking at quasars. Imagine a celestial object so bright it makes our sun look like a damp matchstick. A quasar, short for quasi-stellar radio source, is essentially a supermassive black hole with a serious eating problem. Found in the hearts of distant galaxies, these things aren't just big, they're cosmic engines. As gas, dust, and the occasional unlucky star spiral towards the black hole's event horizon, they get compressed and heated to millions of degrees. This creates a growing accretion disk that screams light across the vacuum of space. A single quasar can outshine 1 trillion stars at once. They're basically the universe's most aggressive flashlights, powered by pure gravitational chaos. Fortunately, they're billions of light years away, so you don't need to worry about extra strength sunscreen just yet. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic short dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you next time. This is What Is, where we explain things so you don't have to look them up yourself. Today, the Moonbow. Imagine a rainbow, but for people who find the sun a bit too loud. That's a moonbow. Essentially, it's a lunar rainbow. Instead of direct sunlight, these rare beauties are created by moonlight reflecting off water droplets in the air. But don't expect a neon light show. Because moonlight is much fainter than sunlight, moonbows usually look like ghostly, white arches to the human eye. It's basically a rainbow that forgot to bring its crayons. To catch one, you need a perfect storm of conditions. A full moon, a pitch black sky, and you've got to be positioned just right, near a waterfall or some rain. If you want to see the actual colors, you need a long exposure camera, or way better night vision than most humans possess. It's rare, it's faint, and it's arguably the most goth weather phenomenon in existence. Thanks for watching. If you want to know what else is out there, hit that subscribe button and stay curious. This is What Is, where we answer the questions you didn't know you were procrastinating on. Today, what is a blue sun? If you're expecting a cozy campfire vibe, look elsewhere. In space, color is all about temperature. Our sun is a medium-sized yellow dwarf, sitting at a comfortable 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But a blue sun? That's a cosmic overachiever. These are massive O-type stars. They burn at a blistering 50,000 degrees or more. Think of them as the high-performance sports cars of the universe. They live fast, burn bright, and die young in spectacular supernova explosions. Basically, if our sun is a sensible sedan, a blue sun is a jet engine strapped to a firecracker. They don't just shine, they dominate. So next time you look at a blue star, just remember it's not feeling sad. It's just incredibly, violently hot. If you enjoyed this quick dive into the cosmos, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an answer to life's biggest what is questions. See you next time. What exactly is a blue moon? First, let's manage some expectations here. The moon isn't actually turning blue. If you look up and see a giant sapphire in the sky, you're either in a sci-fi movie or there's a massive amount of volcanic ash in the atmosphere. In reality, a blue moon is just a celestial scheduling quirk. Most years have 12 full moons, but because the lunar cycle is slightly shorter than our calendar months, every 2.5 years we get a bonus moon. There are two types. A monthly blue moon is a second full moon in a single calendar month. A seasonal blue moon is the third moon in a season that has 4. So the phrase once in a blue moon actually means once every 30 months. Tell that to your friend who says they'll hit the gym once in a blue moon. Want to stay updated on the cosmos? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.